for every black Republican, I really want y'all to take a long look in the mirror and ask, do you love the color of your skin? Because y'all allowed this man in office. It's something that our ancestors fought for, got beat for, got dogs on them, got sprayed with water hoses, got hung for. They fought for these rights for us, and y'all squandered them away for money. Y'all squandered them away just to be closer to white people. What a disgrace y'all are to our community. My mom wasn't even born when this shit came through. My mom wasn't even born. And you mean to tell me y'all let this man take this from us? Something our ancestors fought for? Y'all really let that shit happen? If you are black and you voted for this man, go play in traffic. Because this shit right here, this should have never happened. Everybody is about to suffer for this. Everybody. Everybody. Race, color, religion, national origin. This man is making America white again before Jim Crow. And we told y'all that. We told y'all he is trying to take us back to Jim Crow. And y'all sat there and y'all said, I don't want DEI. I don't want an advantage. DEI is not a fucking advantage. It's just to put us in the room because we're just as qualified as any other white man. And y'all let this shit go down. I'm gonna try not to cry because the bitch got a meeting.
Hey everyone, it's my hope that you all doing well wherever you are. Donald Trump has revoked the Equal Opportunity Employment Executive Order of 1965. Black Americans are in tears because of this. They are saying that whatever their ancestors fought for has finally been dismantled. Efforts of people like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and the rest has finally come to nothing. They're saying that this man has come for vengeance, and they're saying that it is the high time that they are going to suffer. They are saying that it is going to be a long and a tough 4 years term. Yeah, so guys, our today's episode is basically based on this. I want you to tell me what you think about this down in the comment section. And this is how the Black Americans had to say. This is how the Black Americans reacted about it. I want us to watch their reaction videos together, and I'll be right back. Again, remember to subscribe if you are new to this channel. I'll be right back.
So he did it. He just revoked the Civil Rights Act of 1965, put in place by President Lyndon B. Johnson. So they can discriminate against race, gender, sexual orientation, religion. They could do all of that. They have the right to do it. Him getting back in office was not for the greater good. He came back, and he came back with a vengeance. If you are a person of color, and if you voted for him because you can resonate with him, you can sit here and you're gonna get low gas and groceries, which when that goes into place, it'll be under Biden's tax plan. I just want to let you know that when he was doing real estate, people that look like me and you, he didn't want to serve us. So everything that our ancestors fought for, everything that Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks, Shirley Chisholm, Jesse Jackson, everything that they fought for has been dismantled because you didn't want a woman to run this country. So thank you. Thank you. You have set us 100 years back. It is going to be a long 4 years. Y'all do not know what you guys have done. It wasn't just about the illegal immigrants that's in this country. It wasn't about that. You know, he came back and he came back with a vengeance. And you guys just gave it to him. Right there. So thank you.
So what I learned today is a lot of y'all you don't care about your history. You don't care about the people that made sacrifices for you to be able to be where you are today, to be able to do the things that you're able to do, to be able to have the opportunities that you're able to have. You don't care about it. I just got off the phone with my mom, who just got off the phone with her mom, my grandmother, who she had to console because she was boo-hoo crying, and my mom didn't realize why. My grandmother was crying because she had saw the news that the orange man in charge had just put an executive order to repeal the Equal Opportunity Employment Act of the Civil Rights Act of 1965. Now understand, before that executive order was placed, that stood for over 50 years. An employer could literally tell you to your face, I'm sorry, I don't hire black people. I don't hire women. And no consequences. They could literally be just that discriminatory towards people. And the reason that it upset my grandmother so much is because she remembers my great-grandmother and great-grandfather, her parents, the sacrifices, the marching, the hard working, the speaking out and trying to help change, trying to help get these opportunities for us, and the sacrifices these people made to their own families, not being around their families sometimes because they were fighting for the good of us as a people, as a whole. And all this time later, to see what you might think is trivial, what you might think is small, to see something that they worked, sacrificed, clawed, and scratched for be taken away by the stroke of a pen. And all because a few of us, not saying a lot of us, a few of us, because it was 92% and 80%. But every one of us counts. And a few of us decided a little bit of money was more important than preserving our history, than preserving the things that we fought for, to be able to have opportunities in this place. It's just sad, man. It's sad that, the further we get away from those times, the further our elders pass away and leave this world, and we aren't taught the things we need to be taught, and the knowledge isn't passed on to us. The further we get from that, the more and more easily it's going to be for us for things to roll back and go back in that direction. And I mean, it's unfortunate, but hey, man, just gotta keep grinding, keep fighting a good fight, and look for better days, work towards better days. But man, just hearing my mom and knowing that hurt my grandmother like that it's crazy, man. Yeah, we gotta do better. As a whole, we gotta do better.
Some breaking news here. Donald Trump has just revoked the Equal Opportunity Employment Executive Order signed by LBJ back in 1965. Now, this was a bedrock policy. This was highly impactful back in the 1960s. Women and men of color were trying hard to have careers in the government, and this helped them. From what I understand, from what I was reading up on the articles and everything, is that he's trying to basically going to start cutting DEI hires, employees, and whatnot out of the federal government. Now, a lot of people are upset about this, and a lot of people also need to understand why he's doing this. And I am not saying I agree with it. However, this is basically him trying to get rid of the stigma of, hey, because you're trans or you're black or you're gay or you're a woman or you're colored of any kind of an ethnicity, that you are a diversity hire, which in and of itself is insulting to people of different creeds, sexes, religions, backgrounds, races, to sit there and say, I'm hiring you because of this, because they want to use you like a mascot to bring other people in to, following them, voting for them, supporting them, because they go, hey, look, I've got the trans person, the black person, the woman, that kind of thing. That I disagree with that ever being okay, because that's just as bigoted as being against those people, because you're just using them as bait. This is still not the best thing, because he's going to start firing people who have probably been doing their jobs and they're just minding their own business. So I disagree with the fact that he is going to be rolling that back, because I feel like that's going to set a further precedent that it's okay, and that I'm worried that other businesses and companies are going to try to follow this. Not saying that they legally could, because this is, as far as I'm aware, it only affects the federal government. So I don't want to fearmonger here, but let me know what you guys think down below, because some of these executive orders and rollbacks he's doing are very, very, very jarring, to say the least.
This is why people stopped talking to y'all while you were excommunicated from your family and friends, because we knew this was going to happen. Donald Trump has revoked the Equal Employment Opportunity Act of 1965. Make America Great Again always meant a return to open racism, sexism, and other forms of bigotry. You were either too stupid to know that, or this is what you wanted all along. In either case, you're trash. The order prohibited discrimination in hiring and employment based on race, color, religion, sex, and national origin. His voters wanted this all along, because they were told many times that this would happen. That's why they're all grouped together, and we have a zero tolerance policy for them. They knew they were wrong about it because they were crashing out, but we stand by what we said. We don't want you here. You can't hang out with us. The presidential message says that industries and institutions have adopted and actively used dangerous, demeaning, and immoral race and sex-based preferences under the guise of so-called diversity, equity, and inclusion. So-called diversity, equity, and inclusion, because everything was so fair prior to 1965. I know his voters are dumb and he's trying to rewrite history, but they can't be that dumb. He calls it ending illegal discrimination and restoring merit-based opportunity, back before black people had rights. It's not a meritocracy when black people can't vote and they're not allowed to hold certain positions. Restoring merit-based opportunity means restoring white supremacy. I'm just going to say it now because TikTok's suppressing me anyway. You know who benefited from the Equal Employment Opportunity Act of 1965? Katherine Johnson, a black woman and mathematician at NASA who wasn't allowed in the same meeting rooms as white men and couldn't put her name on her research papers. Is this the kind of merit-based opportunity he's talking about? To my friends wanting to know what to do next, be disruptive and vocal, because every battle counts. We're the ones who have the power, not them.
Welcome back, guys. From the video you can see how black Americans have reacted to that incident of Donald Trump revoking the Equal Opportunity Employment Executive Order of 1965. They are saying that the next 4 years are going to be very tough and very long for them. I'm trying to imagine an incident whereby you are denied a job opportunity simply because you are black, or because of your gender, maybe because you are a woman. I feel that it is the high time that black Americans are going to suffer. Black Americans are not happy. They are saying that people voted for Trump because they never wanted their country to be run by a woman. They are saying that this incident is taking them back to 100 years ago. I feel that this episode is self-explanatory. So guys, I don't have much to say. Simply just leave your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section. Until my next video, for now, goodbye.